Hey guys, this is Kelsey, Andy and John from the 500 and you're watching Ramzine.
Hello everybody, Howard Davis here reporting to you live from Download 2019, and sitting with me today is none other than the 500. Hello everyone, how you doing? Alright? Hello, you got it all right? Oh, so he's timed that really well, and the rain's just about coming in now. But aside from the rain, guys, you've just arrived here. What are your impressions of Download so far?
Oh, incredible, man. I mean, it's not my first time. I've been here for years, but it's just as muddy every year. I love it.
The mud is beautiful. The hay is even more beautiful than that. But this, the rain is. You've got to love the rain. However, you guys are very warmed up because you were playing last night at RIP. How the hell did that go down?
Show of a lifetime. It was absolutely fucking awesome. Yeah. Really was, yeah.
Are the crowd seeming up for it despite the uncanny weather that's happening?
Yeah, they were kicking off all over the place.
It only worked to our benefit, let's face it. Yeah. Everybody wanted to be out of the rain in that tent, and it was heaving. It was great. Yeah.
I know that feeling all too well right about now, because it's getting a little bit heavier as we're going along. Yeah. But Timon, the most important question I think I can ever ask to any band at the moment, especially for you guys, 1 year after Bleed Red has come out, what's it like being everyone's favourite band at the moment?
I wouldn't ask that question to you.
Only one, because you're my first.
Today, all right. No, it's wicked. I mean, the album's gone down pretty well. Really excited to work harder on the second one. And this was a great fucking start to, the next steps.
Brilliant. Oh, mate, that's awesome. Fair play. And obviously, we've been working with Justin Hill from the start, and he's an absolute lad. I've had a pleasure of talking to him myself, but you've stuck with him as well. He's a cracking producer as well. And is he going to be sticking around for the second album?
That's the plan. They're in talks and that. We've been back and forth, sorting obviously the new demos for the new album and that. So it's looking that that's the way it's going to go. Obviously, it's not all confirmed. But
yeah, he knows us really well. Yeah. So it's just really comfortable to just go down there, pretty much fist bump and just get into it. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's exactly. Rather than going through the whole meeting someone new and them finding out how you work. Like, me as a vocalist, he knows how I work, like, because he is a vocalist. Yeah. So it's just, it's easy for me. Yeah, I wouldn't work with anyone else, I don't think.
He really does get the best out of John, doesn't he? Like I say,
big time.
He knows what we're trying to achieve, and he can push us to get that. Exactly.
Learned a lot from him. Yeah. So.
I was going to say, the chemistry between band and producer is probably now more important more than ever. Which is probably just like I've already answered my question now already, but you know what? Is it like that? Is it just fluid, like you just read each other without just by being in the room without him having to say anything at all from it? Or does it have some challenges that you're trying to hide from us?
No, there's no challenges. No, we got on well. Like John said, he knows us now. We've done a couple of EPs and a full album with him. He's really easy to get to work with. He brings a lot to the table. He's helped us out on some of the tracks quite a lot. What can I say? That's why we're looking at going back with him, because we like working with him. Yeah. Why change? It's going well, so.
Quite right. And now the album is coming up to about a year old. I think it's just about a year old now, isn't it? Something like that. Yeah. Do you think it's accomplished everything it needs to be done, or does it still have some more room to grow for the fans in the fans' eyes?
Well, I think it's more, like I say, we're working towards the second album now. That's going to drop, and we'll still be using obviously stuff from like the previous album. It's going to keep pushing, but it's kind of more hype from the next album, trying to keep the ball rolling, and then people start looking back. And like I say, it's still an album that we're proud of. So it's
there's always little lingering bits and bobs, isn't there? From stuff you do. Do you know what I mean? But it just all works to carry you into the next phase of getting your album out, the next album out, and making that fucking awesome.
Where are you guys going to grow from here? Because obviously, when you drop the title metalcore and that genre, obviously a lot of its biggest crickets. Because there's a load of crickets around metalcore, I'm telling you now. But some of its biggest critics always say that it all sounds the same. It's dirty vocals, clean chorus, and that's that. What are some of the myths about metalcore that you guys bring to the table and just blow off the table entirely?
There's shit metalcore and there's good metalcore, basically.
What's the difference?
Well, the shit metalcore is fucking really boring shit, generic, catchy.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
And that's we try and stuff that's a bit more.
Get everything in there. every sort of style and I do vocally. I don't know.
Well, that's the point. I think because like I say, I'm quite a fan of metalcore, and I don't really like saying when you talk to people that I'm in a metalcore band, because people get the wrong idea about where you kind of sat on that spectrum, where we're more kind of, I suppose, the heavier, grungier side of metalcore. But I think all it is, the difference there is the influences of the band. Like, most of it, obviously, say John and that, the influence doesn't come from metalcore. He's a fucking grunge vocalist.
Yeah.
He's like in his Alice in Chains shirt. That's what sets us aside a bit from a lot of the people. It's not that typical kind of American style high pitched singing that that people like put with metalcore. And like I said, that's kind of keeps us a bit aside from that. And
yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And to be honest, what can you even define metalcore as today as well? You've got Parkway Drive ruling everything with an anthemic noise. You've got technically even Code Orange and Architects doing their own thing, which you couldn't even put into that category.
No, exactly.
There is still so much room for it to grow. So,
definitely.
You know, what are some of your pet peeves about metalcore's biggest critics?
It's just, it can be, because it's a very broad genre, it can be so diverse. It's just like kind of sitting in a music where you've got good screaming, singing as well, and riffs. So some people, like I say, they just do the basic level, breakdowns, catchy chorus. Yeah. But there's so much more that could be done with it, and it all kind of sits together in that same genre.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah, we've never called ourselves anything. It's other people that write stuff about us that use that term.
Yeah, exactly.
And, you know, you've read about it 1,000 times, and we've read about it 1,000 times. You've interviewed 1,000 people, and everyone will say the same.
At least.
You know, like 1,000 more today. And they'd be like,
can I try that?
Well, yeah, shit.
Yeah, quite right. But as well, I'd like to bring this. I know he's not here at the moment, but I'd like to talk to you a little bit more about your guitarist Paul as well. Yeah, he is down there. He's just a little bit shy, bless his heart. But no, he does unfortunately suffer from Tourette. I don't particularly like talking about other people's conditions, but like when they're not here. But as you guys have kind of like worked with him, and it's still a very how do we describe it? It's still a condition that people still are finding hard to understand and redefine as. But you guys have worked with him through his tics and everything like that. How can people help themselves to be a little bit more aware about this, about Tourette syndrome?
I think realistically, the Tourette, as far as it is in a band situation and like being a musician, is the best thing for it. Being that focused on something,
it helps him be very
he's extremely like he'll concentrate on something, and he's got like. Yeah, he's just so focused, and it helps him.
All sorted. His guitar's always pristine. Like he plays pristine. He's quite pristine as a person. Do you know what I mean? He's very sort of tidy in the way that he approaches most things in life. Do you know what I mean?
So CD stuff basically, and that manipulates it in different forms, and that's an aspect of the Tourette syndrome.
Thing in his music. I mean, I think that's the only reason he's as good as he is.
Yeah, I think music in itself is a very therapeutic tool across, especially with mental health now becoming closer and closer and being brighter in the spotlight of the general populace, and like we're now addressing these problems. So, but I still feel as though that Tourette is kind of, it's almost like that South Park episode where it's almost like taken for a joke and stuff like that. And he even had troubles like getting diagnosed for it. I mean, what can we do to help ourselves become more aware for people who don't have experience with it? Because I have no idea. You can't. It's not like tattooed on your forehead or anything like that, is it?
Yeah. It's definitely, it's worth making people more aware. Because like I say, there's good things that come from it. Obviously, his OCD is what makes him such a technical guitarist. But he struggled, like, I mean, obviously the tics and everything, he suffers badly with obviously his shoulder pains and all stuff like that, and he does struggle with it as well, and it is like, it's kind of breaking through that stuff and trying to use it to the best of your ability kind of thing. Like I say, the OCD kind of goes hand in hand with playing guitar, but like I say, but he'll still struggle, like he has to have a lot of physio in that, trying to sort out his shoulder. He's suffered with that for years, and like I say, it's definitely worth making it.
His tics come out a little bit more, don't they? And like
it's your brain letting down its guard, isn't it?
Yeah. When he gets not stressed, but it's definitely when we're on tour and stuff and he gets tired, his tics come out a little bit more. But I don't really see, the way it affects him any other way. Really, it doesn't debilitate him in any other way, does it? Really, it's just he doesn't tick when he plays guitar.
No, and that's the best thing, because that's what I say, music's therapeutic. The only time he doesn't tick at all is when we're playing. So like I say, you play a live show and he won't like I say, it doesn't even affect him, and that's like, it's a nice thing, like I say, to get into something like that with that condition. It's like,
and
it's
for
the
it to be
perfect
so
remedy.
Therapeutic and helpful to your condition, it's good.
Exactly that. Thank you very much there, guys, for shining that bit of a light. And you're also playing it download here now. is it today or is it tomorrow? What are you guys doing at the moment? Because you've already played last night, but then you've got a show coming up this weekend as well.
No.
No, you've not. That's it. No.
No, we played last night.
I thought you were doing it twice.
That's on the main stage.
I think. Well, I have to, there is a slot going if you want it. So yeah, no, absolutely.
I'm drinking now then.
Just all party time for you there, guys. Well, awesome there, guys. Well, you enjoyed the rest of your download there as well. And as always, thank you very much everyone for watching. You want to like, share and subscribe and smash that bell to keep notified on everything Ramsey. Go to ramsey.co.uk to keep up with everything that. And if you want anything else to do with the 500, go to facebook.com/wearethe500. Thank you very much. Boom.
Thank you very much.